even your style has adapted. Like I saw Cash Wheeler putting that over recently. He really had some praise for how you've adapted and changed your work. And I know that you've spoken recently about Chris Jericho sort of lending you some advice there. How do you balance that sort of getting advice versus going with your gut, your heart, and your body? Because you always got to listen to your body, especially as you progress through your career.
I mean, like Jericho gave me that advice back in 2018 when like I landed on my head against Kushida, and he was like, "You keep doing that, you're gonna have like an early career." And like, I did take that advice on board. Like, I really did change up. And even like, if you look at 2019 Will compared to like 2020 Will, which makes me sad in a weird way because of those 2020, 2021, even 2022, right? Because all of that's in a pandemic situation, like nobody wanted to watch pandemic wrestling, and I've done my best work in that space. So if you actually watch my matches or watch my ability, I changed up everything. Do you know what I mean? But uh, like it finally hit me when my so like the injury was I got a torn pec, a grade two, so no surgery, thankfully, and my rotator cuff tore. So thankfully no surgery, but like man, like it just sent me down, because it was a moment of just going like, man, like I'm feeling my knees for the first time ever. Like I always remember like when Okada was telling me in Chaos, he said, like all the old boys used to tell me, like, oh, when you're 30, you're gonna feel it. And I used to didn't believe him. Now I'm 30, I can feel it. And now like I'm starting to get there. I'm like, oh my God, I finally hit 30, and I'm just like I can feel my knees. So it is time to change the style, and it is mentally taxing because like there are things that I want to do again. Like I was a little while ago before the injury, I was trying the reverse 450 splash that I used to do, and I just can't do it. I'm too fat now, So like you
I
just
I was
you
gonna
just got
ask
that.
you if there are things physically that you want to do and you can't. Which I mean, every wrestler has those things. Triple H has said he can't physically go in between the second and top rope into the ring post. He said it's a spot that he couldn't do or wouldn't do for whatever reason. Which one of those do you have besides that reverse 450?
There's been a few, man. Like even like I'm scared of doing the shooting star press again. Like I nearly fucked it up a little while ago. Like once again before I'd done it on like a random indie show, and like as I started going, I got stuck. But thankfully, I know which way's up and down, so I was able to push through it. But like even my physio even said like it's not fully healed. So like there is a chance that if you're lifting someone over your head, this thing could fucking rip off again. So like it is making me question whether I should be doing the Stormbreaker anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of my like, but it's the biggest move that I fucking have. I hit that, it's game over. But like I am generally like I'm fucking scared, bro. Like it is like one of those things where like I don't want to be out for like 9 months. I
Of
don't want to be
course.
out for a year. So like I've got to think like what's worth it now. And like if it means that I've got to say goodbye to Stormbreaker, then like I just got to perfect the hidden blade more, and just hopefully that will do the job.
I mean, that's got to be something like, again, you said it's scary to balance and to think about like, oh, this move that I've relied on or that you've innovated, that you've created and implemented into so many of your big moments. Now you can't do it. So I mean, you have to alter more. Like when you think about that, like, do you have something in mind when you're thinking up finishes to matches, like backups, like in case something like that unfortunately happens?
I mean, one of my main things is like obviously if something bad does happen, like I've got about 8 wins under my belt with referee stoppages.
Okay.
So like if worst comes to worst, I just drive elbows into your
Yeah.
fucking skull until I can't go anymore. But like I think this is the main reason why I'm worried is because it is my right pec
Yeah.
where like that I'm right hand dominant. So like I've been using a hidden blade on the 1PW shows that I've done and in training, and it seems to be fine. So that seems to be working. But like it is just that it's just one of those things where like I don't want to like outstretch too much just in case this thing rips off.